That's his theory anyway.
I don't know what that back thing was. That was weird.
I've never seen him do that with anybody before. It was really bizarre.
Bizarro world.
That's your buddy, Brian. That's your buddy.
He's something else.
You know, if these spammers, when they send you stuff through text, if they really wanted to get you, wouldn't you think that they would at least get the grammar right?
You would think.
Yeah. I love this. Where is it? Verify you account within 24 hours. Or your Amazon account will be terminated permanently. Oh, no, not that. I couldn't possibly open a new account.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is their quote Amazon contact information. AMZ_mail_. Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, this must be official.
Exactly.
Huh.
The scammers out there.
You know, if they would just, I had a cousin that was like my mom's and my aunt's age. And we said her whole entire life, from the time she was a little kid, if she would have just put her energies and powers to good use, because she could sell you anything, she could convince you of anything, and her whole life, she just wasted it. She was just a terrible human being. She died a miserable, horrible person in a old person's home.
Oh boy.
But she was one of those people that, like, she had so much potential, and she just turned out to be a lousy human.
Yeah, could have been a lawyer.
Right? Thanks, guys. Have a good afternoon. Thank you.
We're gonna go for a walk. Are you napping? Oh.
How often do you come in, Brian?
Thursdays and Sundays.
Oh, okay. I thought you came here every day, and that way you made a good connection with Argo. It was.
I have some dogs that do that. I don't know why, they just. My dad's the same way though.
Oh, okay.
Dogs kinda like him.
Don't you have 6 at home?
Yeah, I have 5 at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, him and Jimmy wouldn't get along.
Oh, I see. Is Jimmy about the same size as him?
Jimmy's a little bit bigger. He's a boxer, Rottweiler.
Oh, those are Rottweilers are there's fun dogs, man.
He's a sweetheart. He doesn't like other big male dogs.
Yeah,
He's not bad with the females and other males, people he doesn't like. He about got our neighbor yesterday, day before. He's visiting and Jimmy got a hold of his arm, but luckily didn't.
Oh, so he latched onto the guy's arm, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Rottweilers are powerful breeds, but they can be very loving.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've big time sweethearts. And I guess next week he'll get his first shot for the heartworm. So hopefully that'll go.
Oh, geez, he hasn't even started that yet?
Not the shots. He's been on pills. He was on the pills for like 4 or 5 weeks. And then they said, you can stop the pills, and I guess you got to go a while after they stop that he gets his first shot.
Right.
And then he'll get another shot. And then
John, there's cupcakes. You're more than welcome to help yourself in the room.
Cool. I might do that.
So
It just seems like it's been going on forever.
it does. I mean,
It really does.
and he's finally getting a little more with that brace. I still think it's rubbing, so I'm gonna have to take it in and make an adjustment. But it's so hard because he got bit or something where he got that infection right on that knee,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I can't tell if it's because of that it's not healing right or. But at least he's for a long time he would just limp even at the brace. He wouldn't put his foot down. But he's getting back to where he's walking with it, so he's just been through everything.
How old is he?
He's about 4 right now, I think.
Oh, okay.
We originally got him. We were fostering him for her brother who adopted him. Took him back to Sacramento, which he bit twice in the face.
Oh, shucks.
And then he got used to it, but then his wife didn't like him, so they brought him back, and then we kept him.
This is the one that you don't like, right? The wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't blame you because if I didn't like her before, that would have been enough to push me over.
And she's a waste. She's just a total waste.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sadly, I know people like that. Well, then you've got people that love to be a victim, no matter what it is that they're experiencing.
Oh,
You know.
Yeah.
And.
Yeah, gotta have the drama.
Mm-hmm. And that was the thing when Jerry and Holly were gone. Once they left, it's like,
You know what?
it's so much more peaceful. It's amazing.
More drama. Thank you.
I thought they left.
Oh, they're back.
I guess not.
Oh,
Maybe they're gonna adopt.
Nope. Still walking. What are you looking for? No, she's still out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were walking through the sister's house there. I guess they may get the keys this next week. It's horrible. Oh, it's horrible.
Really?
Wow. I would not.
Did they paid contractors to do stuff?
Yeah, contractor did it. It's. I don't see how we get the keys next week. There's so much more yet.
Yeah. Well, because it has to be move-in ready, or they can't get the. I don't know if they call it the same thing in residential as they do in commercial, because I know in commercial it's their certificate of occupancy.
Yeah, that's the
It's the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I know they have like the same kind of inspection, and I remember when we bought our house out in Continental Ranch. We were buying it through the VA, and they're even more strict, like way more strict than conventional financing. And I didn't understand because I used to we were looking at new houses, but we were also looking at existing homes, like resales. And a lot of them back then, I mean, this is 23 years ago, so a lot of them in their listings it would say, FHA, blah blah blah, no VA. And I couldn't understand, like, how can you discriminate? Like, how can you just say no? And it's because the VA makes requirements and they can't be paid by the buyer. They have to be paid by the seller. And you can't adjust after you've submitted an offer, you have an accepted offer, pending, like, inspections and stuff. The buyer the seller can't raise the price, because since they can't push it back to the buyer to have to do the repairs and stuff, they have to make the repairs, but they can't bump up the price to compensate for that.
Right.
So like, there's a lot of like kind of under the table stuff that has to happen sometimes to make VA loans close. So I didn't know any of that. Like when we first started doing all the looking and stuff, I didn't know. I was totally ignorant to that kind of stuff. But
it's overwhelming. All the information you got.
oh yeah, Well, and now, so they didn't used to, you couldn't used to use the VA loan to buy like manufactured homes. You can now, but there's a lot of manufactured home companies that won't accept VA financing. And it's the same thing. For a VA loan to close on a manufactured home, it has to be ground set, which is really kind of stupid because a ground set mobile home, all it is that they're digging a ditch and putting the cement things that they would normally set it on top of the ground, they're setting it, you're just sitting it down lower. So you're digging a hole, putting those same concrete pylons, and then setting the house on that. But from the outside, it looks like it's ground set.
Right.
It's really not, though. You've still got the crawl space underneath.
Right, and you have potential, especially out here, the water goes
Yeah, exactly.
underneath. Yeah.
So, but there was a lot of stuff, and in some areas of the county, they're allowed to have, like, if it's in a floodplain, the VA will finance on a house that's higher up, but it has to have a brick skirting. You can't have, so you've got a big. If you've got a large manufactured home, you could be looking at $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 just in brick to go around. Like, that's not feasible for most people.
Well, yeah, and footings, all that. I mean, that's brick's not too bad. Or block. I haven't checked it in a while what it's now, but it's either like a block. But the rest of the stuff is, trenching.
Oh yeah.
Steel in there, and
I know when I bought the land on my manufactured home up in Catalina years ago, this is like 30 plus years ago now, even then it was like $4,000, I think, to do the utilities and the septic and, hello.
Our driveway was $8,500.
Just for a driveway.
And it was chip seal, it wasn't even concrete.
Wow.
It's a big driveway.
Well, I should hope so for that price.
Well, I know we got a deal because we contacted them because they had to do the sisters next door. So
I had a feeling she wanted to stretch out more. That's why I got up and after.
You gonna let me get up, bud?
He said, not really, no.
Oh man.
Ryan.
What do you think, bud?
We've got a few that are out on blocks right now.